are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. Protocol forces should report to their commanding officers immediately for additional orders.
Oh, the outlaws will be here. Set up a nice crossfire with a couple of friends. Bang! Bang! Problem solved.
All protocol forces should report to their commanding officers immediately for additional orders. Attention! Emergency evacuation procedures are now in effect. All protocol forces should report to their commanding officers immediately for additional orders. Emergency evacuation procedures are now in effect. All protocol forces should report to their commanding officers immediately for additional orders.
You did it and survived to boot. Splendid work. Thanks to you, we're going home. There's still plenty to deal with here, but that's somebody else's concern now. I promised to get you out, and I shall keep that promise. And in a single bowl, we are free. Ah, splendid work. You'll go into the history books for this, you know. Atomfall couldn't have been fully realized without your help. By the end of next week, there won't be so much as a beetle still alive in the zone. Not a trace of the contamination left. Or anything. Or anybody, in fact. But you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, eh? Ooh, omelette. Something to look forward to. I do love a good omelette. Don't you?
You decided to support Captain Sims and the quarantine protocol. Now the interference field is down. Operation Atomfall can go ahead, cleansing the zone. Cleansing. Sounds so humane, doesn't it? You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Gregarious type, aren't you? It's nice to have a good chin wag, isn't it? Oberon is dead, and the Windscale plant is destroyed. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
The woods are dark and the woods lie deep, and the woods are home to summers don't sleep. So sit thee down and hear me tell of the woods that stand on Casterfell. For the trees stand close, are watered in blood. Stay out of that place, be you blithe, be you good. There's no virtuous errand that ever you should ever need to walk in Casterfell Wood. Madmen and scoundrels go into that place and are never more seen and are gone without grace. They dine at the table of Casterfell Keep, then stand in the ranks of them as don't sleep. For the trees stand close, are watered in blood. Stay out of that place, be you blithe, be you good. There's no virtuous errand that ever you should ever need to walk in Casterfell Wood. So a word to the wise if you fear for your soul. Stay far from the keep in the trees on the knoll. Or you might join the ranks of those wretched men, and you'll never know the pleasure of sleep again. For the trees stand close, are watered in blood. Stay out of that place, be you blithe, be you good. There's no virtuous errand that ever you should